Hi guys, I'm Mitzi. I'm the Regional Events Officer for London and the South. I'm here to talk to you about the amazing Amazon experience. It really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to explore an incredible part of the world while also helping a brilliant charity. And to top it all off, you guys are going to get skills to set your CV apart from the crowd. So the Amazon experience is a 6-day survival challenge in the heart of the world's largest rainforest. You're going to get that real cultural immersion as you meet local people, and then afterwards you're even going to get to go and visit one of our local projects in Rio. All our trips take place in summer, so you'll fly out with a team of people from your uni, having raised together over tens of thousands of pounds for Childreach International. So when you fly over to Brazil, you actually land the same day that you take off because you're flying backwards through time zones, and you land into the city of Manaus. So Manaus, interesting fact, cannot be reached by road as it is right in the heart of the Amazon and its largest city. So for this reason, we're going to give you a full day to acclimatise to the difference in weather and also to explore this fantastic city. Apparently the Opera House is really cool to go and see.
Yeah, the Opera House is cool. Its roof is in the colours of the Brazilian flag.
Oh, nice. And then after that, on day 3 is when you start that real adventure into the heart of the jungle. So day 3 is this epic journey. You guys are going to get on a local bus or jeep, and then you're going to grab 2 local boats to take you out to where you're staying for the next couple of days. And it really is a sensory overload. Sights and sounds that you just wouldn't believe. So you actually get to go through where the Amazon River and the Rio Negro meet, and that might not sound like much, but these are 2 completely different coloured rivers, and where they actually meet each other, they don't merge and mix, so it's really cool to see that. And then not to mention all of the wildlife, right? So you've got parrots, pink dolphins, jungle sloths, monkeys, I mean, you name it, you'll get to see it. Your accommodation for the first few nights is going to be this really cool group of lodges run by a local Amazonian family, and it is from here that you're going to get to learn all of the survival skills and Amazon cultural stuff that you'll need to put into practice on your 2 days of actually sleeping out in the jungle at the end of the challenge. They really do fall into 3 categories. So your first one is food. Your second is going to be those survival skills and navigating through the Amazon itself. And thirdly, you're actually going to learn from people that do it on a daily basis. You're going to get to meet a local Amazonian village. Point number 1, the food. You're going to get to go piranha fishing, which is amazing, even from making the fishing rods to actually gutting and cooking the fish. You guys are going to get taught how to do all of that sort of stuff. There's grubs that are really high in protein. There's termites that you can crush to use as a natural insect repellent. Now, don't worry if you don't catch anything or you do have dietary requirements. You do still get 3 meals a day. We make sure that you're looked after and you've got the energy to do this full challenge. Obviously navigation skills sort of explain themselves. This is like climbing up trees to get a better view, that sort of thing. What makes a good camp spot? What makes a bad camp spot? How to find fresh water. Being so dense with humidity, the Amazon rainforest has got actually a lot of trees and plants that have a lot of that water for you, so that's a pretty cool thing to find out. And also how to keep away or keep an eye out for certain little beasties. So the third and final part of your survival preparation is meeting the local Amazonian village. So they'll give you a great insight into how it is that they live day to day off of the Amazon rainforest. This includes some of their traditional ways of hunting, and maybe you guys will get a chance to try some of that out yourselves. So that's it, your 3 days of preparation are done. You've learned all that there is to learn for your 2 days of surviving in the Amazon. And this is when you get to pack your small day pack and head off with your guides into the thick of the jungle. So over these next couple of days, you guys are going to get to do some point-to-point orienteering. You're going to get to set up your own camps, and you're also going to get the opportunity to actually use some of those survival skills and put them into practice. I guess what makes the Amazon experience so unique and really stand out against all the other challenge events that are out there is that every single moment on the trip is an aha moment. So pretty much everything you do from the minute you open your eyes to the minute you close them is going to be a first time experience. Experiences that aren't really fathomable from sitting in a lecture theatre. And that's the end of your Amazon adventure. So now it's time to pack up. We'll get you guys back to Manaus and you'll board a flight back to Rio. Hopefully while you guys are in Rio you'll get the chance to visit one of our projects over there. This is a great opportunity for you to see firsthand exactly what the money that you guys have been fundraising is being spent on, but you will also get the chance to interact with and meet these really inspiring children. So you've just done this really incredible challenge. You've been able to meet the children that all that hard work of fundraising is supporting, and you're in South America. So now there's 6 days for you to go and enjoy yourself. A lot of people tend to kick back in Rio, and why not? It is such an amazing city with so many things to do. Whether you want to trek up to see Christ the Redeemer and get those Instagram worthy pics, or kick back on Copacabana Beach with a cocktail, and if you're really feeling like getting involved with Brazilian culture, why not have a salsa lesson? A little bit of housekeeping, because the majority of your trip is covered in your fundraising. All that you guys will need to pay to sign up for this incredible 16-day adventure is £345 or £195 in 2 separate instalments. Once you've signed up, you become a fundraiser for Childreach International. We are a child rights charity and we believe that all children should be free to fulfil their potential. We currently work in 4 countries across 3 continents, working to make sure these children have access to education, healthcare and their rights and protection. So what makes us unique and our work very effective is our build, learn, change model. So we build relationships with the local communities and change makers on the ground. We learn from them what it is that their community really needs and what their children need in order to improve their quality of life. And then we work with them to implement that change sustainably. So what this means is the community is completely involved with every step that we make, and thus the money that we're spending there is being used with the highest impact possible. A great example of our Build, Learn, Change model is the Circus School project in Rio. 21 of the 50 most violent cities in the world are in Brazil. So just being on the streets, having a game of football can be life-threatening for youths in Brazil. In fact, children as young as 4 are sometimes caught up in gang crossfire. So a couple of local guys saw this need for somewhere for kids to go. It started off to be somewhere a bit fun, and it's turned into an inspiration for these kids that just because they're born in these favelas doesn't mean that they have to settle there.
A minha história que eu quero contar é que eu quero ser alguma coisa na vida.
O que me faz acordar? A emoção.
E aí, como é que é você subir no trapézio? Você vê o mundo de cabeça para baixo.
Eu escrevi um projeto que é de montar uma escola de circo. Ali o Júnior, cara, a gente tem que fazer isso daqui.
Esse território é invisível. Parece que as pessoas não sabem que aqui existe uma comunidade, que aqui vive gente.
Viver nas condições que eles vivem é viver a vida fazendo malabarismo o tempo inteiro.
Na corda bamba.
So, to cover the cost of your trip and to ensure that at least 50% goes directly to the projects that need it most, your fundraising target is £3,145 with flights included, or £2,345 for ground arrangements only. Included in that is pretty much everything to do with the challenge itself. And you'll also get the support of the regionally based fundraising team. Together we have over 15 years worth of fundraising experience. You have an amazing online resource from us with loads of ideas and support, and we'll also work with you on a one-to-one basis to ensure that all of your fundraising really works for you. So just to list a few ideas, firstly you've got bucket collections. We organise these for you. We give you top tips of how to make them successful. We also give you guys raffle tickets, but having a bit more fun, you could wear fancy dress and do a backpack at your local supermarket, put on a ladies' night. That's something that I did. It was a swap shop. If you want any ideas or any info on that, feel free to get in touch with us. But I made over £1,500 in one night. Then you can also do pub collections. You've got parties at home, cocktail masterclasses, blind date nights that you can do, and loads of restaurants actually give you free meals as a donation, so you can actually give people that win a free date. You can even do a dare. So my colleague Will did a sponsored silence, and for every £15 donated, he promised another hour silent. He raised over £900 and had to spend 3 days without uttering a word. So you can even be a little bit silly with it. One of the infamous stories in the Childreach family is a guy who bought a fish from a supermarket, stood outside his uni library and offered people to slap him in the wet face, in the wet face? To slap him in the face with a fish for a £5, and he made over 400-500 quid. So yeah, we appreciate that £3,145 is a substantial amount of money. And I know for you guys sitting at home, you're probably wondering how it is that you're actually going to get to that target. Well, that's where we all come in, your regional officers. With all the support that I've already told you that we offer, we're going to make sure that you guys get out to that Amazon adventure. And then when you come home, you're going to be able to sit in front of an employer. And when they ask you how, you're going to be able to answer with confidence. So to round up, you're going to be going on an epic adventure, fundraising for a brilliant charity and wowing employers when you're in interviews. What's not to like? So feel free to watch to the end of the video where all the information on how to sign up will be. And there'll also be an email address there if you've got any further questions of who to contact to get those answered. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.